Grow a Garden has made a lot of mistakes over the past 6, 8, 12 weeks. A lot of errors. A lot of things dragging the game down, messing up the economy, making the game too complicated for people, too difficult for people, and kids have walked away from it in droves. But I'd like to report that the current event is a harken back to simpler times. An event that I think a lot of people can enjoy. And I've gotten lots of messages from parents mentioning that their kids were excited to play the game again. Is Grow a Garden stepping in the right direction? Or is this just a nice little moment and a continued downfall for the game? Well, I've got a list of 5 things that I like about this update and 5 things that I don't like. And I want to give this list to you one after the other, like, don't like, don't like. And if you agree with anything I say or disagree with it, comment down below and let me know. And the first thing I like about this update is something we have been screaming from the rooftops for, and that is simplicity. There are not multiple currencies. There are not multiple things you have to do. There is only one thing you have to do here in this game about gardening, and that is to garden, take the fruits of your garden, and submit them for rewards. Simple, anyone can do it. You don't need specific mutations. You don't need specific plants. All you need to do is figure out what is the craving of this person. She's looking for flower plants. Go grab your flower plants and submit them. It's beautifully simple, allowing people to focus on other things in their game, like decorating their garden, as opposed to trying to figure out how do you do this really complicated event. And that is really, really good. But now we're going to talk about the one bad thing about this event. That was my one good. On to the first bad. While it may be simple, the rewards aren't quite rewarding enough, specifically the eggs. Now, some people have had a massive struggle trying to acquire eggs in this game. You acquire eggs by submitting your rewards and submitting 500 points of rewards. And if you go down to individual rewards, you can see that 96% of the time, you're not going to get an egg, which is really, really unfortunate. Now, having said that, they did add the bee egg and the paradise egg. That's kind of cool. But people are really excited about the new pets in the event, especially the elephant. But the way and the rate that people are acquiring eggs feels low. Now, having said that, this might be the developer's intention. Maybe they're trying to wean us off the fact that eggs are always plentiful, and they're trying to make pets mean something again. It's possible. Or they're experimenting to see how people respond to different rarities and frequencies of egg rewards. And it's kind of funny because this game has slowly become Grow a Pet as opposed to Grow a Garden. But the one scenario I'm imagining in my mind, and not even imagining because parents have told me, is that the parents' children, their sons and daughters, will come and play this game and be excited and gather their rewards and hand them in and reach 500 points, and they get watering cans or event lanterns or fertilizer or harvest tools, and they get discouraged. And maybe they do that one more time, but this time they get a reclaimer or maybe even a safari crate, but they're not getting what they want. How many times will a kid attempt to roll the dice to try and get the safari eggs to hatch an elephant, or they can just stop playing and go play something else? People have to keep in mind, the developers have to keep in mind that the first impressions, everyone's going to try the new event. Everyone's going to log in and check it out. But if they're not hooked by something quickly, there are plenty other amazing games on Roblox or other games off of Roblox or YouTube videos or whatever they can do to occupy their time. And on top of that, every time I come to the Safari shop, there's a bunch of things not in stock. Whoop-de-doo, I get some orange delights. But look, as you can see, empty. It's all empty. Imagine you're a kid, you log in, you check the shop, it's empty. I don't think the kid cares that it restocks every 15 minutes. I think they care that when they log into the game, they don't get anything. When they turn in their rewards, they don't get anything worthwhile. Now, again, this may be intentional, but I don't know how well it's being received. Moving on to the good things, without all doom and gloom here. This concept, this global safari concept, is a massive win. People love the idea of working together towards a goal, but they also love the idea of being able to play on their own. And this is a phenomenal best of both worlds situation. Being able to submit your plans and watch the global safari points goes up gives you this feeling that you and everyone else playing the game are working together. Now, you drop the ball a little bit on this, developers. I'm going to talk to them specifically right here. What could have been really, really cool, and I don't know how you could program this or set this up, but you could have a new crate come into this tower every single time the players reach a certain milestone. There are what, 30 crates here? You could have had no crates there at the very beginning. And then once they passed 1 million Safari points, they could have had another crate, almost as if we're creating these crates by submitting fruits. And every million points, the crates could have stacked higher and higher and higher. Something you guys could have done, you missed it there. Now, that was a small aside. The next bad thing, not only a bad thing, this is actually, the first one was the bad thing. Everything else after here is not really that bad. The only critique I have is that we're on day 2 of the event and we've already crushed the community milestones. There's no more left to acquire. Now, maybe you as the developers did not know how quickly we would all work together to crush these milestones, but it only took us 2 days. So I'm hoping that when the developers see this, when the part 2 of the update comes next week, they can maybe add some more goals for us to acquire or reset the goals and give us even more goals than 25 billion points because we're at 28 billion and it's Monday. Good thing number 3. Nice little quality of life thing that a lot of people really enjoy. Thank you very much for coming over here and giving us a user interface to interact with when selling our pets. So nice. Being able to just click the pets I want to sell, but I can't sell these because they're all favorited. When they're not favorited, you can click all your non-favorited pets and then sell them all together or sell them together. One little thing though, people were getting a little bit confused when they clicked multiple pets and then clicked sell all. They sold more than the ones they clicked. So there's a little bit of a labeling confusion. Some people were getting a little bit confused because if they clicked 3 pets, that's a plural. So sell all is maybe they were making sell all 3 and they sold all of whatever wasn't favorited. So it's a bit awkward. Now this system is really good, but I do have a small critique, and that is I am unable to use a search function. You could put the search function right here, do a little search box with the magnifying glass, and you can type in this area here to be able to search for specific pets that I want to sell. You also can't filter this by favorited or unfavorited pets, just like you can do in your backpack, being able to come down here and go to my pets and be able to filter by favorited pets or, more importantly, unfavorited pets, allowing me to see what I would sell with a sell all at a glance. That favorited unfavorited filtering mechanic would be fantastic here in this free upgrades section, in this pet selling section. Give us a button, filter them so we can click with more ease. Moving on to the next good thing. The pets are very cool and or very powerful. I like the rhino. I'm interested in seeing how the rhino performs. It is able to grow eggs and cut egg times in half. I think casual players really enjoy the rhino for that reason. The other pets have some really cool effects, like flavorfully, the fact that the giraffe can only eat plants at a certain height just makes sense. And the elephant is clearly very powerful, providing a brand new effect we've never seen in Grow a Garden. So bravo on the pets, really, really good job. I like them a lot. Moving on to the bad part about all this, I'm not even gonna mention the elephant here. We need more pet storage developers. I personally have completed every single thing to expand my pet storage in this game. Every single one. I have done the Ascension Shop. I have done the pet packs. I have done the aged pets. I've done it all. I have 180 plus pet slots and it still doesn't feel like enough. I still have things stored on alts. Imagine all the players who haven't done everything that I've done. They're drowning in pets. You're giving us so many really cool, useful pets with really cool, useful abilities. Give us more capacity. In fact, remove the limits. Remove the limits on pet capacity and remove the limits on cosmetic capacity. I'm not saying how many cosmetics you can place in the game. I'm saying how many cosmetics you can keep in your inventory. It's just database space. Get more database space. Giving us artificial limits is artificially limiting, hence the name, and it's stupid and it's dumb. I don't like it. I'm over capacity. I'm over my cosmetic capacity again. The next good thing you've done, thank you very much to us developers. Thank you very, very much. No sarcasm, straight up. Very cool, giving us another garden slot. I have not gotten my garden slot out of my Ascensions. I'm not gonna bother. I do have a third one here. I haven't bought it yet. You know what? I'll buy it right now. Boom, I have my third garden slot. If you've done your Ascensions, you have 4 garden slots. So good, so cool. Now I've got this crazy garden, I've got my huge plant garden, and I've got a third garden for new events. I love it. Thank you very much, developers. No sarcasm, that is great. But you can sense a button coming, can't you? Developers, you've done good here with the gardens, but we still only have 3 pet slots. I want at least a 4th pet slot, but in all honesty, give me 8 pet slots. I love having my squirrels on hand to reclaim my garden with ease. I obviously have my pet hatching team. I have my egg hatching team. I have my pet selling team. I also want my squirrel team. I want a barn owl team. I want a mummy team. I want a giant ant team. I've been enjoying using giant ants in this event. Let me have a giant ant team. So honestly, developers, please, you've given us extra garden slots. Thank you very much. Can we have some more pet loadouts, please? Thank you.